Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I am the Fuzz, and let's talk about this dragon deck that suddenly has come up with this recent change that everybody's saying is really good. Well, I've been meaning to cover this deck, but due to issues with my streaming software, I've been kind of delayed on a lot of things. Anyways, we're gonna do it anyways because it needs to be done, because it's actually a really interesting deck. So let's go right into it. So our hero of choice is Zash the Annihilator, for the simple reason that you can ramp with Burning Rage and you can get to the hero power relatively quickly, and sometimes you just need to do 3 damage to something when you don't have any other removal. Clears the board really nicely. It's just really good. I tried it out with Burke, but honestly this one just works better. So there's that. So now let's go over the stuff. We've got 4 lizards and 4 goblin warriors. Now you might be thinking, whoa, was this an aggressive deck or something? Well, no. But the reason you're running these guys is because you need to have cheap creatures to get out of your hand. And these guys do the job perfectly. Yes, sometimes you'll win the game just by beating face with these guys, and that's great. But you aren't necessarily expecting to do that. Also, you do this to put pressure early in the game and to fight for the board so that you don't get overrun by aggro. So that is the reason for that. Anyways, well, misclick. 2 Fias. This is kind of like a flex spot, but Fia does help when dealing with things like goblins, Grove Guardians, although elves haven't really been played much. And also, sometimes you can use her along with something like a Fireball to do 4 damage to something. You know, you Fireball and then Fia finishes it off. It works well enough. But the reason it's 2 of her and 4 of the next guy, the Fireworker, it's because one of the biggest threats to this deck is Helm of Dominion. And so you need this guy to deal with it. And also he deals with things like Reflector, so you get a shot against 1-turn heal and things like that. So that's why you run 4 of him. And moving on to the next creature, 4 Gibbos and Ronis. This is just another card to throw on the board. Good board presence. That's really it. Just something to play when you need to play something. Also, 4 damage means they are quite dangerous. Your opponent has to deal with them. More goblins, yay. Also, because Rage just doesn't really have great creatures overall, like on the low end anyway. So you gotta run this one. And then we got 4 Phoenixes. This is one of the 2 heavy hitters. This is the only guy in the deck you don't want to discard with your Altar Dragon hero power. Everything else is pretty much expendable. This guy's just value. I mean, it's a very strong body with flying, and you get a second one when it dies. It's just amazing. But again, Helm is a threat. So when you're facing Dominion, you generally don't want to play this guy unless you have a Fireworker in the hand ready to deal with it. Because if this gets stolen, there's like not any easy way to deal with it. And lastly, 4 dragons. That's the other heavy hitter. Just a monster of a creature. You can get him out for 2 mana often with the Altar hero power, and that's great. Also just acts as your finisher. Sometimes you can get him out really early, and some decks will struggle to deal with him because it's a huge 5/5 that can, you know, breathe for 5 damage, and you can sometimes just do 10 damage by himself. 5 damage with his ability and then hit the face for another 5. So terrifying creature. And later, once you have more mana, you can just OTK people with him. Yep. Now that was the creatures. Now let's go into the spells, because this is where things get interesting. Burning Rage, right? So this is what the deck is about. So this new Burning Rage basically requires that you keep your hand size low, and that's what the deck essentially tries to do. That's why you run the 1-drops, to throw them out of your hand so you don't go over 4. Now if you get to 5, you take 1 damage, it's not a big deal. But if you play multiple Burning Rages, it becomes a much bigger deal because you can start taking a lot more damage. So it's a bit of a balancing act, but Burning Rage is very good because it ramps you, lets you get to Phoenixes and Dragons faster, and you draw extra cards with your other spells. So that's really good. So it turns out that keeping your hand size isn't too difficult, but it's not trivial. So you do have to think a little bit about what you're doing. As for the other spells, it's pretty simple. 4 Words of Fire, I mean, it's just an insane spell. Burning Rage makes it completely crazy, but you may sometimes be in a situation where playing it will result in you drawing too many cards, so be wary of that. 4 fireballs is just another spell. It's alright, but you don't have many other options for spells. Sometimes fireball will be going face. 4 fire blast helps you deal with other rage decks, and it's just more ways to deal damage. Also, fire blast can target your own creatures, which you sometimes might have to do just to cycle it out. Because one of the weaknesses that this card has is that you cannot target your own creature. So if your opponent doesn't play a creature, Word of Fire is just kind of dead in your hand. And that's it. So it's really just 11 different cards. You got all the standard rage removal and a lot of goblins. Now, there's one more important card, and that's the Altar of Dragons. So we run 3 of these, and this card has 2 purposes. Number 1, it's to cheat out a dragon really early for 2 mana, or not even early, just cheat it out for 2 mana. The other is to actually reduce your hand size. The way this skill shrine works is that you discard first, which means that even if there are no targets for the 3 damage, nothing happens. So sometimes you just use it to discard a card to get your hand size down. And again, other than Phoenix, everything else is expendable. You don't care if you discard a goblin, you don't care if you discard a fireball, because this is basically fireball. You also sometimes use it as removal. If you have Burning Rage, you use this, you discard a card and fireball something without drawing the card from Burning Rage, because maybe you don't want to draw it, because maybe you already have 5 cards and 2 Burning Rages and you don't want to take massive amounts of damage. So this card is very necessary for that, and you run 3 because you do want it. You don't worry about losing out on card draw, because Burning Rage catches you up, and again, you do want to have your hand size under control. And then we just have 15 Rage Shrines, so there's only 18 Shrines, which I normally don't approve of, but this deck sometimes doesn't mind missing Divine Offering, because that's another way to actually lose a card. So what could be changed here? There's not much room for wiggling around, to be honest. The only card I could think of putting in instead of something else would be something like Ramgak as just another burst engine, because you can get to him relatively quickly, but there's not much room for it. You need all your early game, you need to get stuff out of your hand, you can't play too many heavies, and Phoenix is just too good to not play, to be honest. It's just such a value creature. And Dragon, well, it's a dragon. What can you do? Anyways, try it out. It's a really fun deck. What I like about it is that it requires thought in how you play. You can't just, okay, play turn 2 Burning Rage, play turn 3 Burning Rage, and, you know, everything's fine. No, you'll probably kill yourself. You have to have a plan for how to get your hand size down. And that's cool. I like decks that are strong, but give you the opportunity to mess up and kill yourself. That's why I like Demons, because this actually plays very similarly to Demons, where you have this balancing act between power and not dying because of playing too many Burning Rage. Now, Burning Rage is a lot easier to manage, and once you're under 4 cards, you don't take any damage at all, which is what makes it so strong, which is what makes this deck possible. It lets you go into the control game without taking damage, so you're not on the clock like you used to be with the old Burning Rage. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. This deck is not too budget friendly because there's a lot of epics and rares, but maybe one day you can build it and then burn down the ladder with your Dragon Might or something. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Alrighty, round 1. It's amazing. So we have a decent hand here. Decent-ish. Could be really bad. We're actually going to play this to challenge his Lizard directly. Well, we're not going to block because I want to kill it for free. For free! We'll do it this way. Ooh. Charming. So just a standard mono rage. It's the kind of deck. Whatever. To each their own, I guess. Let's see if I get fire blasted now. I hope not. Oh, that's good. We stopped taking damage, which is important. Okay. I'll take 1 damage from Burning Rage. That's okay. Start doing some damage back. And next turn we're gonna try to get a dragon on the board. Okay. We missed. We missed, unfortunately. Oh, wow, we missed again. It's not a good look. But we're equal on life, and we have board presence. That's good. That is good news. He's doing nothing, so he must have a really bad hand. I mean, I'll just play a dragon, I guess. If he has to dragon fire it, then we're in good shape. No, he didn't go for 3rd aspect, so he can't. Does he actually have 3 more words of fire? That's his 2nd one. And a fireball. No, just 2 removal spells. Well, we'll just keep hitting face. I don't see why not. Okay. So we can get a dragon on the board here, but it's not really worth it. Fire Blast. Because I want to, like, get it on the board and hero power. I mean, use the dragon. He probably has more removal. It costs him his whole turn to do it. But now we'll do it anyways, because the dragon is very difficult to deal with. He has to, like, spend his whole turn removing it with multiple spells. And that means he doesn't have time to deal with the 2 goblins that are beating his face in right now. Yeah, okay, we got it. We got it. Alright, round 2. Could draw better than that. We drew worse than that. Okay. We're gonna have to see what happens this game. Don't even have a 1-drop. Don't have a 1-drop or Burning Rage. Oh, that's pretty bad. Still no. Spark the Horizons. Is this gonna be Casual Dares? Yeah, it looks pretty likely. Okay. This will probably get killed, but I mean, what else is it gonna do? At least it buys some time. We do get it. We do have to get the Burning Rage sooner rather than later, so we can get our dragons going. Because right now my hand is basically just like a normal aggressive deck. He didn't have anything. Well, that's good. Let's get some board presence. See if he has a flash freeze or something. I don't really care. Okay, sure. He could have done it last turn. Harpy might come along though. And if she does, I'm gonna have to fireball her. Yeah. We'll also go up aspect in case I need to fireball. I mean, Word of Fire the next 3 health creature. but still not too good. Library Guards is okay because, I mean, whatever, right? He has Sanctum active, so I can't drop an early dragon, really. Got another Harpy. Isn't that nice? Gotta keep applying the pressure. I could play a dragon. No. There's always the risk of like double Noxious or something. We don't really need... I'm actually gonna discard the altar because I do want to draw more cards. Oh, sure. I gotta draw something useful here. Okay, now I could play a dragon. That's pretty good. Phoenix is really good. Maybe I should have kept the altar. I can never tell in these situations whether to keep it or not. Because if I kept it, maybe I would have been able to get an early dragon. Because if a dragon sticks around for any length at all, he has like no answer to it. He already flash freezed once. What the hell? 3 Harpies? Seriously? That's a little bit lame. Watch me miss this Divine Offering. Oh, we didn't. Actually, that could work. Because I have 6 mana, so I can actually play it. And hit him for 5. And now he has to remove the dragon or he loses. Actually, he has to remove both of them because the Phoenix will just kill him in 2 turns. And he can't really afford to play any drain. He has to remove the dragon. There is no way. No amount of draining will save him because the dragon does 10 damage right now. He's only 4 mana left to remove it. So he needs like 2 consumes or something, or we're obviously not blocking that. Or that. Wow, 2 Ancient Wisdoms, but then he only has 2 mana left. Maybe he's hoping to draw like double Flash Freeze. That's the only thing that can save him at this point. He's already played one, so it's not too likely. It's interesting that it's the Harpy that helped me, because Harpy ramped me to 6 mana, which allowed me to get the dragon on the board. Yeah, that doesn't even... I guess he just didn't have any answers. Game over. All right. We got round 4. Oh, this guy's playing 1 turn heal. So we gotta apply the pressure. We're gonna have to save Fireworker for his reflectors. Yeah, Fireworker is gonna be the decisive card here. If I draw as many as he draws reflectors, then without reflectors he actually won't be able to do a whole lot. So we are not gonna play the Fireworker, I don't think. Actually, I'm thinking about how he could kill it. Probably Electrostatic Storm or something stupid like that. So I need Burning Rage to ramp. And we also need Dragon. See how much damage we can do. Word of Fire is going to end up being, I think, useless. Because I don't think he has creatures at all. That's good. We definitely want Outtro so we can get a dragon on the board quickly. Hit Fia. That's good. Yeah, we cannot afford to play Fireworker. We needed to destroy his reflectors. Yeah, I'm not going to bother destroying that. A Storm at 2 already kills everything I have. Phoenix is the card I'm hoping to rely on, basically, to win me the game. There's a Phoenix. Go ahead, pacify it. See what happens. He actually did. Wow, I was just kidding. Why would you pacify that? Come on. I haven't been able to draw like a Burning Rage in the last 3 games. It's kind of silly. And though admittedly it doesn't help as much because, you know, he doesn't have creatures. Still. There's the reflector. So we gotta blow that up. Alright, let's hit him in the face and see if he pacifies that. Guards. Okay, I guess. Another dragon. Okay, that's fine. We can actually get a dragon on the board. We get a dragon and Phoenix on the board. God damn it. 50-50 on the dragon. How does he kill the dragon is what I want to know. Flash freezes how? And I want to make sure. Oh, okay. There's that flash freeze I was talking about. That's perfectly fine though, because that means he's not killing the dragon with it. So the dragon is the key card here, not Phoenix. Phoenix is nice because it's kind of resilient. So he's lost 1. So he's Word of Gracing here. So if he uses the reflector, that means he can't flash freeze my dragon. Oh, jeez. Well, goodbye, Phoenix. Oh, finally. No, that's a useless card, honestly. Okay, we're definitely gonna hope for one of these reflectors to go away. I mean, these reactors to go away. We need to draw... Definitely need to draw another Fireworker to destroy his reflector before he gets, like, Ancient Wisdom or something. And the bombs are going off. Not Fireworker, unfortunately. We gotta get rid of this, because it's just useless. Word of Fire is completely worthless, unfortunately. Definitely need Fireworker to destroy the Reflector. Once I get to 10 mana, I can do a double trigger. Which is nice. Actually 9, because I have the Spark. That's probably what I'm going to wait for. A lot of my cards are just useless, because he doesn't interact with the board in any way. Oh, he's Grayson again. We might actually even have to play the dragon. Because his reactor is now going away. Ah, god damn it. He's got 3rd already. Why do I feel like this game is being decided literally by the draw? And there's like actually no play going on at all. This is really frustrating, but there's not much I can do. I can't draw the cards I need. Like Fireball will be great. Fire Blast even I could use. I'm actually just gonna play Gibbo and Orny because I want to guarantee the dragon to do 10 damage. If he draws another Word of Grace, he wins, but I can't do anything about that. I haven't been able to do anything about that because he's drawn 3 reflectors when I've only drawn 2. Oh yeah, he drew another Word of Grace, so I'm not even gonna. Okay. Round 5. Can I get a Burning Rage? Jesus. I've been really not drawing it. Okay, so what is this guy doing? It could be Vamp Lamp. If it is, I need to save Fireworkers. There's been a decent amount of Vamp Lamp running around in this tournament. Assassin. See if he blocks this. He does, which is good. Oh, sure, I guess. Oh, no. I just drew back the Phoenix. We gotta race towards this Burning Rage. Okay, well he's doing nothing, so maybe he has Assassinate. Oh yeah, whatever. I still think it's Vamp Lamp. So I can't play Fireworkers. They're too valuable. I guess I'll do something. Gibo and Roni. We're probably just gonna play Phoenix next turn. Still no Burning Rage. It's really frustrating. Yeah, I should have just kept the Fireball actually to kill that Library Guards. Breaking the shield doesn't do a whole lot. Alright, let's roll out the Phoenixes. If he has Helm, well, Fireworker works with that too. If he uses the hero power on my Phoenix, that's actually fine, because then I'll just trade with his 2/2. And then I'll kill his Library Guards next turn. It's not a problem. So he does go for it. That's a long time to consider that move. Maybe he has Flash Freeze as well, but I'm not too convinced. We're killing it anyways. Because that's still 3-for-1 basically. I kill 2 creatures and take away a Flash Freeze. Yeah, not even. He does have a mutant. That's pretty rude. Horizons. Double blue. So yeah, this is definitely Vamp Lamp. There's no doubt about it. Just kill that. He still can't Cataclysm me, so we'll just take 6 damage where we can get it. There's the lamp. That's okay, we can take some damage here. He basically spent this whole turn doing 5 damage to me, so it's equivalent to Dragonfire, really. It's just not a big deal. Burning Rage, how nice. Let's do another 6. I'm gonna just play Gibbo and Roni here, I think. Basically demands a Cataclysm. Sure. There's the mutant. He hits a Phoenix instead. Oh. Fair enough, I guess. Cute. Burning Rage number 2. We'll just play it anyways. That's not very useful though. We need a spell that I can actually play. Wow. That's pretty terrible actually. While we wait. That was some bad draws, for sure. I gotta keep the Phoenix blocking here. And then we'll just Hero Power next turn, probably. Almost definitely. Every spell I draw gets me 2 more cards. How many have I played any spells? I played 1 Fireball and 1 Word of Fire. I still have 12 spells in the deck. Oh, there's a lamp. He is gonna attack. He's gotta send something at the goblin. Really? Yeah, that's okay. Because I still need... I kill 1 more lamp this way. That's good. Another Fireworker. It's not really what I wanted right now. Let's see if he falls for it. Oh, we got an Assassinate out of him. That's pretty good. We still need to draw something good, though. Ah, jeez. That's a really good top deck. And that's another great top deck. Wow. Library Guards into Ancient Wisdom. That's pretty good. I'm guessing he has Vampirism. Power Lust Incarnate. Finally a spell. Jesus. Give me like another spell. Oh, okay, sure. Also, I wouldn't mind the Shrine. I killed 2 lamps already. I don't think I'm gonna need more than that. I don't think I'm gonna need more than like 1 Fireworker. Alright. The dragon stands ready. I may need it to kill a Power Lust. Because his Power Lusts are like... well, they're getting large. I don't think he has Helms. He would have helmed the Phoenix. But if he helms a dragon, I probably just lose. So I need to put him at 10 and then double dragon trigger him to kill him. Well, the Matriarch can't really play anything relevant. But I have to kill her, otherwise he'll just what was I gonna say? He'll just like fireball me in the face. So if I play these guys, I have 6 mana left. Yeah, I have enough. Gotta kill that. It's very dangerous. He needs to top deck a Cataclysm, like, right now. Actually, no. Do I lose to Helm or Cataclysm? Well, no, because my Fireworker will protect my dragon. No, it won't. No, I lose to Helm or Cataclysm. So, bit of a risk there, but we couldn't afford to get fireballed in the face, really. I'm already low on life, and I can't lose to 1 Vamp Lamp. One Vamped Lamp. Well, we'll just make sure it's dead. Is it Cataclysm? Nope.